A year ago we were in very bad relationship with the official side.
Casemate Square and what has now become a regular sight. 3 unions standing together in solidarity. The NASUWT Teachers Union, flanked by Unite the Union and the GGCA. Teachers, activists and even some students joined today's protest after school hours against the lack of a counter-offer to the teachers' pay claim. The union says there's growing discontent regarding what they believe is a salary gap compared to other public sector occupations.
Some 400 teachers and activists here today protesting on what they say is the unreasonable delay on the government's part to respond in any meaningful way to their pay claim submitted in June last year. The government says this is down largely to Brexit and other matters, but says it's important that the amounts contained in the proposals are objectively justifiable given the amount and the financial impacts potentially of those amounts. So the protesters are on their way to Convent Place now to deliver a letter to the Chief Minister saying enough is enough.
We are demonstrating today quite simply because it's going to be a year in June since we presented the pay claim. One of the things that I think that has frustrated teachers most is the time that has passed, and we still haven't got a serious counter proposal to the claim, and this is the issue.
Teachers in Gibraltar are already on Parity Plus, which means they earn more than their UK counterparts. The current entry-level salary on the Rock is £25,915. The union is proposing £36,861. At the higher end of the scale, the union is proposing an increase from £44,122 to £55,425.
We've compared ourselves with a very similar jurisdiction to Jersey, and the pay claim is very comparable to Jersey. And even though we have parity, in fact we have Parity Plus here in Gibraltar, even though we have parity, it doesn't mean that teachers in the UK also deserve a pay adjustment. And that I think is a point to be made. Teachers work very hard, they have an incredible workload, and we feel that we're not being paid what we should be paid.
The union says it's given the Chief Minister until the 9th of May to come up with a satisfactory response and doesn't rule out further industrial action.
Well, we're in contact. Gibraltar NASUWT is a branch of NASUWT UK. We're in contact with our General Secretary. She has been informed of everything that happens, and we are thinking of starting off with possibly action short of strike action, because the last thing we want to do, obviously, is do anything that puts the risk of children, the health and safety of children at risk. Teachers do have a duty of care, and we will always try to be try not to disrupt the education of children.
So do you guarantee that any strike action will take place after school hours like today?
Well, that depends a bit on the Chief Minister and his response. Obviously, we're not going to go close schools tomorrow. That is evident. Like I said, usually we start with action short of strike action. We would like also to, we're planning of having other minor demonstrations outside schools to make a point, because the point is that we want to be taken seriously as a union.
Okay, but going forward, will you rule out any strike action that affects students?
We don't rule out anything. A union can never rule out anything. But of course it's something that we want to avoid at all costs. I can assure you of that.
The NASUWT says a new financial value must be set upon teachers if the government wishes to raise the standards and quality of education in Gibraltar.